Hi, my name is Brian Mahoney and welcome to Easy English, Best Way to Learn Java. And today we're going to talk about data types. Primitive data types are Java's 8 standard non-class types of data. And we're going to go into 4 of them today. We're going to show an example. But the 8 are integer, a byte, short, long, float, double, a char, and boolean. Char is a single character, a float is a single precision floating point, a double is a double precision floating point, boolean is true or false, and an integer is a whole number that has a value that can be stored, and then the byte has a different value that can be stored, and then a short integer has a different value that can be stored, and a long. Well, what's the difference? Well, the integer, because of its value of being able to be stored, which is approximately maybe a little bit over 2 billion, it takes up a size of 4 bytes. Then short, because its value is approximately negative 32,000 to 33,000, or just a little under 33, takes up 2 bytes. And then a byte, which reaches a maximum value of 127, only takes up 1 byte. And then a long, its value variable size is actually past 1 trillion, so it's probably up in like the zillion. It takes up 8 bytes. So that's the difference. The difference is the memory that's stored for each one, and you can't go outside its value. Now let's take a look at an example. We're going to compile and run this program where I've given the same value of 8 to my 4 variables, but I've named them different types. One's an integer, one's a byte, one's a short, one's a long. So we compile the program and we run the program, and it prints out that the integer is 8, the byte is 8, the short is 8, the long is 8. Alright, well, an integer has a maximum value of maybe 2 billion. A short has a maximum value of 32,767. What happens if we go outside of the value of the short? So let's type in here instead of 8, let's type 32,000, which is close to its maximum value, and see if the program runs. And it does, and it prints out all the values, including the short value of 32,000. But what if we move it outside of its value, or maximum value that it can have? Now we try and run the program, and we get an error. Possible loss of precision because we've gone past the maximum value of a short. So we'll change this back to 32. Now the byte can have a maximum value of 127, so let's make this 128. And we get the same error, and if we just drop it down just 1 and run it again, it executes just fine. So the value of knowing the different type of primitive data types is that when you're writing a larger program, you can conserve memory if you know that your value is never going to exceed negative 128 or 127. Now you have a byte and you're taking up less memory to store your variables. So that was a quick lesson on primitive data types. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Take care.